The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Well, welcome to the 2018 Allen County GOP Bean Dinner. Tonight's featured speaker is Lindsey Graham. I'm Tim Smith, a candidate for mayor next year. This has been an exciting night. Lindsey Graham was talking a lot about his vote for Justice Kavanaugh, President Trump's nominee. So my name's Tim Smith. I'm a candidate for mayor next year in Fort Wayne. I was born in Fort Wayne, grew up in New Haven, went to New Haven High School and Purdue Fort Wayne, graduated in political science. While at Purdue Fort Wayne, I was fortunate enough to do an internship in the Bush Quayle White House in 1989, also worked for Senator Coates that summer. Came back, worked on a congressional campaign, managed the re-election campaign of Paul Helmke in 1991, and then went on to law school down in Indianapolis from 91 to 94. Came back, started working for MedPro, where I've been for 25 years. Excited to be running for mayor of Fort Wayne, believing that when Fort Wayne is the safest city in the Midwest, the smartest city in the Midwest, and the strongest city in the Midwest, we will be a magnet in the middle of the Midwest for jobs, people, and nonprofits. We have a strong GOP in Allen County. Senator Lindsey Graham proved to us tonight that GOP values, conservative GOP values, matter in Washington, D.C., and they matter in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Allen County Republican Party 2018 Reagan Bean Dinner. Is everybody happy? And I say it every time, is this a great time to be a Republican in Indiana? Are we going to elect Mike Braun as the next Senator of the United States? Are we going to re-elect Jim Banks to Congress? Are we going to elect every Republican on the ballot this Tuesday? And with that, we'll start with the prayer. Thank you so much. My name is Steve Shine, and I had the pleasure of serving as your chairman of the Allen County Republican Party, and what I like to say is the premier county political organization in the state of Indiana, and that's because of people just like you. We are strong. We are the epicenter of Republican politics in Indiana, and we are going to push Mike Braun over the top on Tuesday. With that, I will ask you to all please stand as we have our presentation of colors this evening presented by the Concordia Lutheran High School Junior ROTC. Our Pledge of Allegiance will be given by Emery McClendon. Our national anthem will be by Kathy Hawks of the chapel. And my good friend, Dr. Oscar J. Underwood, will present the invocation. So I will ask our colors to be presented, please.
Are there any proud Americans here tonight? I ask that you remain standing with me as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Would you sing with me? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Yeah.
To our family, people often are unreasonable, irrational, self-centered. Forgive them anyway. Keep serving no matter what you do. Keep serving. Serving has become a hazardous profession in service anymore. But you're doing it unto God. You're doing it for America. You're doing it for his people. Dr. Miles Monroe, my mentor, said that life is not measured by duration. It is measured by donation. In spite of the ugliness, in spite of the mean-spiritedness, in spite of all the things that your families have had to go through, I come tonight as a representative of God, and you're my brothers and my sisters. We've walked this path in the Republican Party for many, many years. I love you. God loves you. God is with you. Senator Lindsey, I have watched you, sir. God bless you, men of God. God bless you, men of God. God bless your family. God bless your integrity. Tonight, our family, the Republican Party, I don't care what they say against you. When God is for you, nobody can be against you. Clap your hand right now, because we trust God and God trusts you. Did you hear me? We trust God and God trusts you. I don't hear it yet in your hands. Clap your hands. We trust God and God trusts you. God bless our president. Clap your hand. Bless our vice president. Clap your hands. Bless our leaders all over this nation. Clap your hands. Bless the candidates. Clap your hands. Bless our chairman. Clap your hands. Oh my God. God's got you, and God has the last say. Oh man, I love you. Clap your hands. In Jesus' name. Oh man. My God.
What did you just say? Please be seated. We're going to serve dinner, and we're going to start our program in just a couple of minutes, and I hope you all have an enjoyable evening. Thank you.
He said, you know, the world has really changed. He said, these days people are taking the comedians seriously and the politicians as a joke. Well, the man I'm about to introduce here, he's no joke. He's the real deal. He is a rock-ribbed conservative. He is a veteran of the United States Air Force. Perhaps most important to me, no one is a stronger champion for the veteran of all our armed forces than this man, Lindsey Graham. No one fights harder to make our military strong so we never have to fight a fair fight. He's led the way on entitlement spending. He's led the way on regulatory reform. He was so strong on the tax cuts. And folks, dare I say that I'm not sure we would have a Justice Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court of the United States if not for Lindsey Graham. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm Hoosier welcome to Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, my friend. God bless you, Lindsey.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I've been well introduced. If you're drinking alcohol, the more you drink, the better I'll sound, so keep drinking. You've said thank you to me like all night. Let me say to you, thank you. I've been on the road 6 days. I needed this more than you did. I needed to laugh and be patted on the back and given a drink. And I have been well prayed for. Where's that preacher at? Let me tell you. I was ready to make an offering when that thing was done. You got to come see me. Steve, I never met you, but I don't know what you've been drinking, but I want some of it. Where's the guy who put this damn thing on? This is the most organized, upbeat event I've been to in a long time, and for that I say thank you. And I'm a little bit surprised, and don't take it personally. So I've met a lot of people from Indiana, sorta. So Senator Lugar, Dick Lugar, great guy. Dan Coates, wonderful man. Mike Pence, soul of the earth. Todd Young, solid as a rock. I thought, these are nice but very boring people. Then I met you. There's something in the water in Allen County that I like and we need to bottle. This bean dinner was by Jim Beam because y'all have really, y'all are fired up and ready to go. So I want you to do me a favor. When Trump comes, is he coming, Todd? Yeah. I want you to tell him that there were 60,000 people at my event. I'll be in Gitmo a week later, but it'd be fun. So he's in for a good time. You're in for a good time. Let me just start thanking people because they deserve it. Todd, when he first came, I said, great. You got a Naval Academy graduate and a Marine Corps veteran. We need that in Washington, don't you think? So my dear friend John McCain was a Naval Academy graduate, and I miss him. A true American hero. And he used to kick the crap out of me all the time, making jokes at my expense, and he had a lot to work with. And I finally got him back. And he said, you know why I wish you'd been in the Naval Academy, Lindsey? And I said, no, not really, John. If you'd been there, I wouldn't have been fifth from the bottom. And I will not tell you what I said. But Todd, thank you for getting it. You understand Indiana. You understand why Trump won. You understand the war we're in. You understand the military. And let me make a prediction. This man is going to go a long way like everybody else from Indiana. Greg, I'll tell you, brother, I'm going to travel with him. Hello. And I don't know who's the family barber, but you're getting your money's worth. You're a good man, great wife, and y'all look alike, and I like your haircut. You're thrifty with your money, because I know you're not wasting it on the barber, so you're going to be thrifty with mine. And you know what? Above all else, you're a Marine. Ladies and gentlemen, pound for pound, the finest fighting force in the history of the world, the United States Marine Corps. That's coming from an Air Force guy who's pretty much afraid of the Marines. So here we are, right? Here's what I can't get over. Todd invited me to this thing before Kavanaugh. After Kavanaugh, I've gotten better looking and funnier because everybody wants me to come. So I don't know what y'all saw in me before, but I appreciate it. And all I can tell you, when it comes to that infrastructure bill, Allen County is going to get road after road after road. So I ran into Jim, another Navy guy. I don't want to, like, there's no water here. Why so many people in the Navy from Indiana? But I guess you want to go to where there is some water. So Jim really impressed the Navy. They sent him to Afghanistan, the only landlocked country in the world. So I get a call when I'm doing my reserve duty from this young Navy officer and says, I'm from Indiana. I'm thinking about running for politics. I want to run for Congress. I'd like to meet you. And we met over the chow hall. I said, I'll buy you lunch, which was generous because it was free. And we sat down and talked. You'd been away from your family for a while. I was doing 2 and 3 weeks at a time. This guy did months at a time. And I am really so pleased that you are where you are. And Indiana and America's got a really reliable person in the United States Congress, and Jim Banks. But I remember telling him to get to Afghanistan, the Navy, you really had to piss somebody off. So I don't know how God works mysteriously, right? For me to be here tonight is a mystery to everybody that knows me in South Carolina, because I'm the United States Senator from South Carolina. We change senators every 50 years where we need to or not. My predecessor, Strom Thurmond, was elected in 1954. I was born in 1955. So Mike Braum, I look forward to meeting your grandchildren and hope one of them will take your place one day. So the thing about the country just amazes me. Is number one, what amazes me, you know how hard it is to be the least effective Democrat? That just popped in my head for some reason. To win that award takes a lot of effort because you got a lot of competition. So congratulations to Joe. Now, back to what I was talking about. So I grew up in a little town called Central, South Carolina. Neither one of my parents finished high school. We owned a bar, a liquor store, and a pool room. And that's why I've become a good United States Senator. I ran the pool room. And let me tell you, if the worst things ever happened in a bar is throwing ice, you're good to go. I've seen a lot worse than that. So I grew up in a small town, it's a textile town. My parents went to work every day. We had Sunday off. Thank God for the blue laws. And my mom and dad went to work no matter how they felt because they had to. Any small business people here? You don't have the luxury of not going. I know what it's like to have your own business. It is hard, it's rewarding. And I know what it's like to be unconditionally loved. My parents loved my sister and myself unconditionally. We came along late in life, and it was just a wonderful experience growing up in that environment. I learned a lot about the world. Things are great until they're not. So when I was 21, I had the tiger by the tail, University of South Carolina, got in college, about to get out. Life is good. Mom gets diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, and 6 months later, she's gone. We're underinsured. We got wiped out. So I don't need a lecture from a Democrat about health care. We want to make sure you never lose everything you work for because you get sick. 15 months later, my dad passes away, and he's 17 years older than my mom. And we thought, well, mom goes second, not first. My sister's 13. My whole life come crashing down. If it weren't for family, faith, friends, I wouldn't be standing here. I love the Republican Party. We're a lot of things, but we're not the party of the rich. We're the party of the working people. And I can tell you right now, I see in Mike a guy who worked hard to get to where he's at. And we just need some help in Washington. So you can wake up one day and everything you think and hold near and dear can be gone. And I've lived my life going forward thinking about the moment and the future. And where do I want to be, where I want the country to be. And if you don't take advantage of the moment, you'll regret it, don't you think? So before tonight's over, tell the people you love them. Because you don't know what tomorrow will bring. But I tell you this is the best chance the Republican Party has had in my lifetime to dominate the United States Senate. Tuesday can be a big night for us. Now, I know you're not supposed to say that, but I'm not supposed to do a lot of things. It's going to be a big night, God willing. And let me tell you, if you're a Republican after Kavanaugh and the caravan, you're not excited about voting, you're legally dead. So clearly all y'all are excited. Y'all paid to come here. Tell your friends to go, right? If you don't have friends, go make some. Bring your neighbors. If you don't have a neighbor, move. So it's important we get this gift from the political God right. This won't happen again in my lifetime. And I'm the senator from South Carolina. That's saying a lot. Bottom line is, enthusiasm gap has been closed. The Republican Party is united. And I want to thank the Democratic Party for doing it. You put 3 Republicans in a room and they'll find in 5 minutes a way not to like each other over one thing we disagree about. We're an independent lot, and we like to argue about how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. It's not the 90% of the time that we agree, it's the one time we don't. And we've got a habit of being independent and kind of raucous, right? Well, let me tell you what happened with Judge Kavanaugh. It reminded us what we're up against. It reminded us that the other side, what they will do to get power. They will do anything to get power. So after Kavanaugh, if you're a Bush Republican, a Trump Republican, a Libertarian Republican, a Vegetarian Republican, you are ready to vote. Because they were going to destroy a good man for political power. They didn't care. All they wanted was an outcome. So when it comes to Kavanaugh, could you tell I was pissed? Thank you. I have never been on the trail campaigning against colleagues in any meaningful way until now. The reason I said what I said was enough is enough. We can't live this way as a country. And if I spoke for you, I am glad. I am happy that if I spoke for you, then that makes me happy. If you were there, would you have said it too? So, let me tell you about me. I'll cross the aisle, and I won't just talk about it, I'll do it. But I am a conservative, social, physical, national security-wise, but I realize there are times we got to work together in this country for the good of the country. And I'll put my record up with anybody. But don't take me for granted if you're a Democrat. Don't take my willingness to work with you that I don't care. If you're surprised that I acted the way I did, you don't know me. The New York Times is trying to figure out what happened to Lindsey Graham. And if after Kavanaugh you think I'm the problem, it shows everything you need to know about you. There's nothing wrong with me. So, I voted for Sotomayor and Kagan because I thought that's the way you played the game. Strom Thurmond voted for Ginsburg because she was qualified, not because he had picked her. The Democrat, Fritz Hollings, voted for Scalia. That's the way it used to be. 96, 97. Elections mattered. You know why you're here tonight? Elections do matter. And you're pissed that your Senator Joe Donnelly doesn't recognize that Trump won. That's why you're here tonight. That's why I'm here tonight. So I like Joe. I'm not here because I'm mad at him, the person. I've just had it with the way they play the game. Trump won this state by 20 points. He said, if I go to Washington, I'm going to do all the things that Kyle said. And you said, okay, thumbs up. And when you come to that fork in the road, as all politicians do, between your interest and those that you represent, every time Joe's taken the left fork, not the Indiana lane. Why? Why? Because all of his money comes from the other side. Why did he vote against tax cuts that Trump ran on? Because if he'd voted no, they'd dry up all of his money. And that left machine would go quiet. The Iran nuclear deal doesn't get much discussion. Here's what I learned in the back of the liquor store. If a man's threatened to cut your throat, don't buy him a knife. Mike said, I am no foreign policy expert, but I got that figured out. If you write death to Israel on side of a missile, wonder what you intend to do with it. How hard is this? When they burn the American flag and chant death to America, that's exactly the people you want to give $150 billion to. This is insane, right? I have had it. Let's fight back at the ballot box.